I want to talk about something that not many people are talking about, and that is the lonely side of YouTube. And there are some things about it that are really going to surprise you. Let's get into it. So when you're considering starting as a YouTuber, there are some things that you need to consider. And this works even if you're halfway through your YouTube journey on your route to 1,000 subscribers and beyond. And we're going to talk about those things in this video. And then we're going to talk about the two different types of YouTubers. And we're going to talk about how you can optimize the lonely life of a YouTuber so it can be better for you going forward. So when starting on YouTube, there are some things you need to think about. And that is this for me in the long run? And the things you need to think of is that it's a lonely job. You're only going to be working for yourself for free. That's one thing you need to get embedded in your mind as soon as possible, because you can't look at the big creators and think you're going to make 100,000 subscribers and $1 million overnight. It's just not going to happen. It might do, but it's very unlikely. What's more likely to happen is you're going to spend 2 or 3 years, maybe longer, grinding out videos for virtually no money, having such a steep learning curve of learning everything about filmmaking, storytelling, camera confidence, editing, pretty much anything you need to know to be a YouTuber. You're going to have to learn that by yourself. You might have to invest in courses, you might have to invest in gear and equipment, and there's a lot that you need to do before you get started. And yes, you can use your phone to begin with, I've always said that, but ultimately you're going to want to eventually at some point upgrade that gear. So you need to be prepared for the long run, and that it's going to be a long journey. Once you've now got used to that fact, you need to start making videos, and your videos are going to suck to begin with. And once you start making those videos, you are going to be sitting on your own, like me right now, sitting on my own in a studio at home, filming this video, just talking to nothing but a camera. And then once you've filmed that, you've then got to go into your editing software and then edit it for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, however long it takes you to edit your video, before you then upload it. And before you've done any of that, even hit the record button, you need to have a concept and an idea, and then build your title and thumbnail before you even start filming. So you've got a lot to do when making videos, and that's what you need to consider. But the biggest thing is that you are going to be doing this for a long time without getting paid any money. So the best way to think about it is that you need to make videos on something that you are passionate about and enjoy, and you can do for a long period of time. As long as you can do that, and as long as you can stick to that, then you won't have an issue. Because if you think from day one, I'm going to be rich from this and I'm going to be a millionaire and I can make tons and tons of money, and that's all I want it for, I don't really care about videos and YouTube and content creation. If you have that attitude, you won't last very long, because trust me, you will get bored very quickly of uploading videos that just tank and don't get any views. And even when you get videos that do get views, you'll never be satisfied with them. You'll always want more. If you're like me anyway, you'll always want more from it. So you need to get used to the idea that it is just for fun, and then the more you grow, the more you can start treating it as a business. Now let's talk about the two different types of YouTuber. Now there are introverts and extroverts. Now let's talk about introverts first, because introverts on paper are the best people to be YouTubers, because they don't like meeting other people, they don't like going out, they don't like socializing, they just would like a job where they can just work from home and talk to a camera and then upload that video and make money from that, or sell a course or something, an evergreen digital product that people can just buy. They haven't got to have any interaction with those people, and they could just sell a course. Maybe they sell 10 a month for $100 a month. There you go, sorted. You've got $1,000 each month, or 20 a month. That's $2,000. And then their ad revenue, and then their sponsorships and all that. That is the ideal situation for introverts. The problem with that is that introverts struggle with camera confidence, because the idea of talking to a camera and spitting out all of their thoughts and ideas to a camera to then upload to YouTube and share with the world, they don't like that idea. And also, introverts aren't that good at expressing themselves and telling exactly what they want, talking about exactly what they want. Now let's look at extroverts, which is what I am. I love meeting new people. I thrive on being out and about. And it's amazing to me. I love going to gatherings and events. Trust me, you could put me in a room with a plant and I'd make friends of it somehow. Hi, how you doing? So for extroverts, sitting in a room just talking to a camera is great, because I know exactly what I'm going to say with camera confidence and all that sort of thing. It's It's brilliant to me. Don't get me wrong, it's taken me 2 years and over 150 videos worth of outtakes and re-edits and reshoots to be able to get it right, and I still have loads of outtakes. There's been quite a few from this video, but you just get used to it and you're okay with talking to that camera and delivering exactly what you need to say. The downside to being an extrovert, however, is that you're not out and about spending time with loads of people. Especially the more you grow your business, the more this just becomes an online business. And even when you start hiring people like assistants and editors and graphic designers and social media managers, a lot of them are going to be remote, or most of them will be remote. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd like to have a team that's in the same country as me so I could meet up with them and have meetings and stuff and gatherings and all that, but it's not essential for that type of job. So there's downsides to both being an extrovert on YouTube and being an introvert. So this is day 5 of Vlogtober, which is where I upload a video every single day for 31 days. It is very hard. I'm finding it difficult to stick to that, especially with a wife and 2 kids. I'm just trying to think of ideas all the time so it is useful to you in some way. But if you want to take part in the challenge, click the link below so you can join the Discord community for free and share all of your videos and everything that you're uploading. So now let's talk about the lonely side of YouTube. And the reality is it's just a lonely job. You're on your own. You're filming videos on your own. Wherever you're watching this video, whether you're on the train on the way to work, whether you're in the car and you're just listening to it, whether you're sitting at home on your sofa, watching it on the TV, wherever you're watching this video, you're probably surrounded by other people. Being a YouTuber, you're on your own. I'm on my own right now, just in my studio at home. Now, yes, obviously I've got a wife and 2 kids, but you never get a change of scenery, apart from if you're doing filmmaking clients or filmmaking work or anything like that. But not every content creator is a filmmaker. A lot of them just make content about things that they want to make content about. They don't go and offer their filmmaking services to people, so therefore they never leave their home. Now that's perfect, like I said, if you're an introvert and you have the added benefit of having camera confidence, but if you're not like that, it's just not great because you're just sitting at home all the time. Now, you also don't get the added benefit of social interaction and spending time around people. It is a very lonely job. No matter who you are, some of the biggest YouTubers in the world have a lonely job. They film by themselves. Now, some of them have production teams behind them. Some of them, the big ones, have filmmakers, videographers that do their filming. They have editors, they have social media managers, and they all work and live near each other, so they have regular meetings and they're always hanging out with each other. But some of the bigger YouTubers film by themselves and edit by themselves, like me. I film and edit and upload and do everything and do all my social media and content creation on my own. I'm a solopreneur. I do everything on my own, because when you're at this sort of size, you can't afford to pay $500 per video to edit for someone to edit for you. You can't do that, because if I'm uploading on average 2 videos a week, you do the math on that. That's pretty much a monthly salary for someone. So you can't afford to pay someone $500 for every video they edit, because it's just too much money. You can't afford that, especially when you're trying to make this a successful business. You want that money to be an overflow of cash. You want it to be a bonus so you can use that to do something nice for your family. So pretty much you're just in a lonely job and doing everything by yourself. And you're filming, editing and uploading, doing everything on your own. It is a lonely job, and not everyone talks about the lonely side of YouTube, because it is very, very lonely. But there is a way to get around that. And there is a way to optimize that, and I'm going to show you how to optimize the lonely life of a YouTuber. Now, the first thing is you need to have a separate office. This is something that I do, so you can have some sort of boundary between work and your home life. So I treat my studio as my sort of studio office workspace. I do everything work-wise from here. The only thing that's different is I do all my sort of social media management and my community posts and everything, and reply to all my comments on my phone. Other than that, I do all my videos, all my editing, my entire workflow for my clients and my filmmaking stuff that I do everything in this room. And I have set hours that I spend in this room, and it gives me the sort of black and white line, the difference between work and home life. Because otherwise, if you don't have that and you just work from a laptop and work wherever you want, then you end up working a lot more than what you should. And you end up sitting there when you're supposed to be chilling with your family or doing something with your family. You end up just working constantly and you never stop. Whereas here, I'm like, if I go in this office, I'm doing work stuff. If I'm in the living room or I'm in another room, then it's family time, and I'm not doing that. Or I might be replying to a few comments or whatever on my phone, but that's it. Other than that, I have that clear separation. The next thing you need to do is get out and exercise, because exercise gets you fresh air, whether that's a walk, whether that's taking the dog out, whether that's going for a run, or if you want to go to the gym and do some heavy stuff, whatever it is that looks like for you, you need to do some sort of exercise each day. I appreciate that we live in England, or I do anyway, and the weather kind of sucks and it's not very nice to go out in, but a gym is indoors. There's a bonus there. And getting outside gets you a change of scenery, it gets you some fresh air, and exercise is good for your mental health and your physical health, and it's good for everything. So just get out and do some exercise. The third thing is that you need to have some sort of social circle. Whether you have a big social circle and you have a massive network of friends, or whether you've just got 2 or 3 friends that you're quite close with, aim to meet up with them at least once a month or at least once every few weeks, so that you can get out, interact with other people that's not your family, and hang out. And just, even if you go for a coffee, go for a walk, go to the pub, whatever you want to do, go shopping, whatever your thing is, just go and do that and have some sort of social interaction at least once every few weeks, because it just keeps you going. As humans, we need it, even if we think we don't. And the fourth thing is to try something different. Keep trying something different. But at the moment, I'm learning a different language on my phone. I've got a nice app. No, it doesn't sponsor me or anything. I'm not going to name the app, but I use it because I want to learn another language, because I've always wanted to, and it's something that I've wanted to ever since I was a kid, but I've just never done it. And like you are when you're a kid, you never pay attention in French class or German class or whatever, and you probably should, because it's the one thing that's actually going to be useful to you in your life, but you never end up paying attention. So I'm just learning another language, and it's something different that I'm doing that's not YouTube, and it's not work, and it's not family. It's just something different that engages my brain. So I would recommend that. Whatever that is for you, what's something you're passionate about and you want to do, you can do on the side, and you can do in your free time whenever you have that, then just do that, because it's something that separates your mind from YouTube and just staring at those analytics constantly. So those are my ways that I optimize the lonely life of a YouTuber. But ultimately, it is a pretty lonely job, but you have to be 100% sure that it's something that you want to do. And if you are a YouTuber or a content creator and you're finding it hard with the loneliness, with the struggle, with the growth, with everything that's happening, then trust me, you're not alone. And if you want to see the YouTube cycle that everyone gets sucked into, then watch this video up here next.